mentioned that you might throw out some text messages with how to vote and so on and so forth. Is that really the way that those 15% of people are going? Is it, in fact, the 15% of people, are they influenced by that?
I hope so, because otherwise it's incredibly hard to reach them.
Yes.
But you're right. You can spend a lot of time and effort in a campaign worrying about the various different social media channels and making sure you've got the right content on each one and trying to segment the community and working out what message you want to provide to each group of people through various different channels. And campaigns are not fully resourced. It's not like the movies that you watch in the US where there's 50 interns sitting in an office on a small camp. Yeah, if only it was. These things are done on a much smaller scale, so it becomes a question of what's the best bang for your buck. And I don't just mean in terms of money, but in terms of your time and effort that you can put into things. And that's why you've of course got to be on Facebook and Instagram and now TikTok. But things like a text message, which just say, "Hi, I'm Matt, your local candidate," are important. Even if people read it and then just flick past it, everyone checks their phone when you get a text message. And if it's just about, as I talked about, getting that name recognition up and the fact that someone's reached out, even if you're not interested in responding to this message, that's important. It really is important. So when someone goes to vote, they go, Matt, he texted me and asked me how things were and what was important. I didn't reply, but at least he asked. That's as much as you're going to get out of most of those voters. Yes, you can spend a lot of money creating some very clever content for social media and even more money perhaps pushing it out to different groups. But at some point, you've got to just take a step back and go, I'm probably spending money talking to the same people again and again and again. And I laughed yesterday. I saw the Labor Party have made quite a clever AI cat video, which I'm not up with the local trends, but I think AI cats are quite popular at the moment. And the Labor Party made a video which have taken some time and effort to do it, and it's quite clever, but I expect it's only talking to people who are already engaged with the Labor Party and are voting for them.
And that's my next question is, you know who your supporters are. How do you reach out to people who are undecided?
Yeah.
What characteristics do the undecided or the disinterested have that allow you to then go, okay, we're going to target them with this? Because if you don't know who they are, how do you know how to reach them?
And they're not homogenous either.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. And I remember having a conversation with some party members about this very issue a few years ago because they were frustrated that they were receiving online ads or text messages. And I said, you're annoying people by advertising to them or you're intruding on their privacy by sending them a text message. And I said, no, I understand that. And let's say I've sent out 20,000 text messages into an electorate. I said, 17,000, 18,000 people have probably already decided who they're going to vote for. And they're probably annoyed they got the message, but it's not going to change their mind.
No. Yes.
It's the 3,000 people who haven't made their mind up yet that I was targeting, but I don't know who they are. I can probably I've got some understanding of the demographics of whether it's younger women who are more likely to not decide compared to perhaps retired men. So you have got some data about where the undecided vote is stronger than other demographics. But the reality is I don't know the individuals. So the only way to get to those people is to do a broader communication piece. And yes, if I annoyed 25 people, and sometimes you wait for the responses on social media or reply to the text message going, you can imagine the language that's used occasionally.
Yes.
That's fine. If I've lost 25 votes, so be it.